This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm with the victorious Lawrence Okolie. You made that look really easy work.
Yeah, I think it's at the weight, it's difficult to get really hard fights unless it's like champions, you know what I mean? And I knew it watching and training, and as much as, I was staying consistent with training, it's hard to really get up for that level. If no disrespect, but it's like, against other champions, any mistake and you're the one that's, taking account. So I was just trying to stay on top of it.
Lawrence, I've got to be honest with you. Like, I expected you prior Thursday at the press conference to win, but this guy in the press conference said he was going to kill you.
Yeah. No, 100%. As in, it started getting more real, and I'm happy that it did, because he came out. It wasn't the fight I expected it to be. I expected him to come throwing a lot more or going completely in the back foot, but he had quite an interesting, awkward style. He was leaning back and stuff like that. But he came to win. He's been training for however many months to, change his life. So although I did make it easy work in a sense with the shots that ended it, it's someone that's training to beat me. So I'm just happy to have got it done and then on to the next one.
Body shot. Talk to me about it.
Well, in camp, funnily enough, what we've started realising is that every time I'm throwing, I don't want to say too much, every time I'm throwing a right hand, after a few weeks of sparring, the sparring partners get used to it, and they're trying to duck, dive, block, whatever. So I had to start bringing the left after it, do you know what I mean? So it was actually good to see it come into play here. He was ducking under, and then obviously I just swung it around, because, I've had some fights where it gets really scrappy, and I didn't want it to get into that mode, so I was just trying to get more aggression out of myself. So I was happy that, off of one of the potential clinches, we broke, and then I got some work off.
Now this is over, we spoke about this the other day. Potential fight with Marius Briedis, which we know you want. I think Callum put a tweet out about earlier on. But are you focused on that now, even though you've just stepped out of the ring? But is that a target for you for your next fight?
Yeah, no, I don't want to put it on one guy, but he is obviously the most accomplished at the weight at the moment. Before it was Usyk, now it's him. So he's the one that I would want most, but any champion I can get, because ultimately it's about the belts, not about Briedis. If Briedis lost his next fight, I would box whoever the champion is, But it is what it is. Obviously, Eddie knows what I want. He said I had to do my mandatory. I've done it now, and I want to get into, that's like, it's so funny, because when you ask me in the week, oh mate, it's a mandatory, you switched up. I'm like, yeah, of course, but it's different. I don't know. It's when you're boxing a champion, it's different. So I want to show that difference. You know what I mean?
It wasn't a case of me saying are you switched on? It was more a case of saying how motivated you are for the fight, because we know that there's bigger fights looming.
Yeah, 100%. And for me as well, I know that, the power and execution I have, any cruiserweight that I hit clean is going to have a similar reaction. But it's harder to get those good shots off against top like a Briedis. I wouldn't be able to walk in there and just throw a right hand and land. You have to do so much to set it up. He's also thinking. So I really want to show that level of boxing. So, time will tell.
Would you be satisfied if you just unified the division? I say just, like it's nothing, but it is something. But if you don't complete the cruiserweight division by claiming every belt, if you just unified, would you be pleased?
At this stage, I'll say no. I would not be, because these are the things that I'm dreaming of. There was a picture I used to have on my wall of David Haye holding 3 belts, and AJ's got 3, and Josh Taylor's got 4, and it happens. Boxers win all the belts, so why can't I? Of course, you never know what's going to happen with politics and this, that, and other. But at this current stage, I would say yes. I'd be disappointed if I don't completely unify. I have such good attributes at the weight, and I'm just learning every day. I'm 17 and old now, so I'm just still trying to get experience and see. I think that might be like my 42nd fight, amateur and pro. So I'm just adding.
Even though this has only gone 3 rounds, is it a possibility you could finish out the year with an appearance in the ring?
I would like that. I would very much like to fight again this year. I think what was really good about today is it's shaking off the crowd rust. It's funny because it's like I've been boxing, however, it's different when there's a crowd there. In behind closed doors, you can just hear your corner and the shots. I can hear when I've hurt him. But in that kind of atmosphere, it's very much it's more distracting. So it was good to kind of get back into that mindset, as the rounds went on.
Lawrence, I know you want to go and watch AJ fight, who's going to ring walk very shortly. So
This way. Okay, cool, no problem. Yeah, I'm with you.
Lawrence, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Congratulations. Like I said, light work for you tonight, and on to the next one, my friend.
Sure. Thank you.